So we just made that texture into a grayscale image, and now we're going to bring it into Illustrator, and I'll show you. It just becomes a lot more usable. So if I'm in Illustrator, if I go File, Place, I'm going to go into my Asset folder. Here are my textures. This one was turned into a grayscale image. I'm going to hit Place, and I'm just going to click anywhere off of any item just so that it appears on the desktop on the paper. So here's my image. Here's my textured image, and I'm going to go Window, Swatches. So I can figure out if it's working by doing two things. If I click on any of these colors in my swatches, and if your swatches comes up and there's no colors in it, go to the little drop down. It's the little 3 bars. Go to Open Swatch Library. Go to Default, and then just go to Print. And that will open the swatch library to have these colors. So I'm clicked on my texture, and I'm just going to click on a color. And you'll notice that when I click on pink, it makes it pink. When I click on orange, it makes it orange. When I click on the dark brown, it makes it dark brown. So let's say that I want to put this texture overlaying the body, back here, this dark brown part of the bird. And I can just set it over the body where I want it to be, but it's got this bounding box. I can't see through it. So the way I'm going to fix that is I'm going to go Window, Appearance, and then I'm going to click on Opacity. And then once I click on Opacity, instead of Normal, I'm going to hold down that Normal tab, and I'm going to go up to Multiply. And now you'll see that I can see through it. And you'll also see that it's kind of a neat effect, this darker brown on top of the lighter brown body of the bird. I'm going to kind of click off. So now what I want to do is I need to be able to paste it inside, or what's called draw inside. So I'm going to click on my texture. I have it where I want it. I'm going to go Edit, Cut, or Command X. I'm going to go and get the white selection tool. For some reason, sometimes it only wants to do this with the white selection tool. I'm going to click on the body of the bird, right? I'm clicking on the path, the body of the bird. And then down here at the bottom of my menu, my toolbar menu, there's something called drawing modes. And sometimes you can see all of the modes. Sometimes you're only seeing just an icon. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to Draw Inside. And now you'll notice that there are these 4 corners that have come up, and it's showing me that this object, the body, can now be drawn inside. And the way I'm going to draw inside is I'm going to paste, Command V. And so you'll notice that, and I'm just going to kind of click off for a second. You'll notice that it's dropped that texture inside the body of the bird. So I can actually double click, and you'll notice here when I double clicked on the body of the bird, it came to the front, right? I'm inside the group, right? I'm inside that object. And I can see that up here because it's Layer 1 Clipping Group. And I can click one time on this texture that I've pasted in, and I can move it around, right? So it's basically being edited or clipped wherever I move it around. And then if I basically just double click off, now you can see that, it's kind of placed this, the texture inside. So let's just try it one more time here really quick. File, Place. Should have another texture here somewhere that I can do this with. So I've kind of got this interesting little like scratchy texture. I'm just going to hit Place, and I'm going to drop it on the page, and I'm going to choose a color. And I know it's a grayscale file because it changed color for me. Again, I'm just going to basically go Appearance, right? File, Window, Appearance, Opacity. I'm going to click on Multiply. And so again, you can see that it's allowing me to see through it. And I can just kind of place this texture. Let's maybe put it in the wing here. I'm going to cut it into memory, Command X, or File, or I'm sorry, Edit, Cut. I'm going to click on the wing, but I'm clicking on the wing with the direct selection tool, right? The white arrow. And again, I'm going to go Mode, Draw Inside. I get the little 4 kind of corners. I'm going to paste, Command V, right? And so it's pasted that texture inside. And I'm just going to click back on the selection tool and then double click off of it. And when I double click off of it, you'll notice that it takes me back to draw normal. If you have any problem where you can't get out of that mode, you may have to go back and tell it draw normal. So you'll notice that I'm starting to build, some interesting texture between, the different shapes. The shapes aren't just like one kind of illustrator, very flat color.